recording.
Yes.
So welcome to the BCI 2020 podcast pilot. I'm joined by Revi from BCI 2019. So I want to set the mood to just know who you are. So let's say we're at a BCI reunion from all the aliyahs and someone approaches you, says, "Hi, who are you?" What's your answer?
Okay. I'm gonna say, hey, my name is Revital. I'm a rare mixed breed of being Indian and Jewish. So I'm an Indian Jew from India who made Aliyah about less than a year. I made Aliyah in March 2020, and I am very happy to be in Israel right now, even though the situation is amazing, looking at the positive side of it. And yes, that's me. And I'm the most fun person you could meet in this whole entire world.
And so now the same person, which you talked to a year ago, comes to you and wonders, what's up? How's been your last 1 year? What have you been up to?
Well, I think the only thing I can say right now is I've been learning Hebrew extensively because I'm in Israel, and I don't know if it's like a good thing or a bad thing, but everything like works only if you can speak Hebrew, because I'm so used to speaking English, and it's so challenging because even if you go to the local store or you're traveling by bus, or if you have to request somebody to help you, you have to ask everything in Hebrew. So I have been only learning Hebrew intensively, and let me say it's been quite overwhelming, but I can speak. So I'm really happy. And I'm also living the Israeli life, which I've heard people like saying, oh, you're an Israeli and you go to the army and they're so on your face and things like that. But I feel like I'm being integrated as a part of their culture. So I'm like, how do you say, Chetzi Israeli right now.
Well, before we continue to our last part, which is me asking basically random questions that weren't prepared for any person in particular, I just want to know, what's your favorite word in Hebrew?
Oh my God, there's so many. But if it has to be one, it's gonna be kapara.
What does this mean?
It means sweetheart. So whenever you meet somebody, I learned this in BCI, by the way. I learned this from all the Israeli friends that I made in BCI, and they would say, Manishma kapara sheli. And I was like, I know what Manishma is, but I don't know what kapara is like. And they said kapara means sweetheart, and sheli is mine. So kapara sheli is on the top of the list of my favorite Hebrew words.
Amazing. So now I just want to ask questions.
Yes.
So feel free to answer in detail or like as little as you want. First question,
Okay. Yes.
Cats or dogs?
Oh my God, cats, for sure.
What was the last thing that made you laugh?
You made me laugh. We met like last week and you made me laugh so much. So it's you.
What was it?
What was it? Oh, you made like a funny joke on people being technologically handicapped. And since I am like really not so tech savvy, I knew that it was for me. So I laughed out loud.
I'm such a horrible person. Okay, I want to know, let's say you meet a random person.
Okay.
What's the easiest way to get a conversation starting with you? Like the easiest topic?
Food. Oh my God. food is one topic that gets everybody talking, and especially because I come from India, and I'll take this back to BCI 2019. It was so. It's. I think the only icebreaker I could think was of food. So I would ask everybody, "Oh, have you had Indian food before?" And everybody would say, "Oh yes, we've had naan, and we've had like butter chicken, and we've had like all sorts of curries," and that would get my conversation with them started, and it would like we would end up talking for like good 45 minutes, 1 hour. So food for sure.
Oh.
Indian food. Let me say Indian food.
Okay. I want to know what's a purchase that you made that you're very proud of?
Oh my God. Purchase. Oh yes. So I was interning at a pharmaceutical company when I was in India before I made Aliyah. I was interning at Sun Pharmaceuticals, and I got my first stipend, which was not so much, but it was my first earnings, I would say. And since I also love to dance, I wanted to invest that money in good shoes, because shoes are my favorite thing. I mean, shoes are like an artist's favorite thing to like buy. So I invested that money in buying an Adidas, what do you say, and really expensive pair of Adidas shoes, and I'm really proud of it. I still own it. I still have it. It's very close to my heart.
Oh. Okay. Let's say you met Revital from 10 years ago. What's a good life tip you would give yourself?
Life tip to when I was 16 years old, because I'm 26. So to a 16-year-old Revital, oh my God. Explore as much as you can and don't be scared, because it's going to be okay at the end of the day, you know. You need to experience a lot of things, because I remember when I was 16, I was very open to meeting people and like go and socialize, but in terms of experiencing new things, like maybe moving to a new country or traveling solo was never my thing. And I would always be in my comfortable zone, like not wanting to step out of my comfort zone. So, but now I would tell myself that it's like go wild, be free, go explore. The world is a beautiful place, with or without Corona whatsoever. But yeah, experience whatever comes your way.
And our last question
Okay.
is when did you change your mind on like an important topic, and how has it changed?
Like in a positive way or a negative way, or could be anything.
Both. Just changing your mind.
Changing my mind. Well, I could actually tell you about my Aliyah decision. So about 4 years back, I was here on Taglib, and in terms of traveling as a tourist was pretty much fun. But I promised myself that I would never make Aliyah, because this is not the place for me. I knew then and there that it wouldn't be the place for me. And just a year back, I remember my parents calling me in their room, and they said, "We want to talk to you about something." And I was like, "Okay, this seems a little off." And they told me we plan to make Aliyah. And I was like, "No, I mean, why?" Like, I was blown away. Like, you can see it on my face right now. Like, whenever I go back to that memory, I was just not ready. And till the time I was in the plane, I was boarding the flight, I was not ready. So, but when I came here, I gave it some time, and I said it was okay, because on the flight, I told my parents, "Listen, I think 1 month, and I'm going back to India. Like, I don't want to do it. It's only because you guys want to do it, and I want to be a part of the decision. But if I'm not gonna like it, then I'm gonna come back. And they said, okay, give it some time, and then you decide whether you want to stay in Israel or you want to go back. And it's been about 8 months now, and I have to say that it's definitely been an overwhelming experience to me. And obviously, because I came here during Corona, so it's just like, I know for a fact that Israel is a beautiful country, and I've not had a chance to explore the way I should be exploring right now because there's so many limitations. But I feel there's so much more that Israel can give me as a country, in terms of a career, my friends, my life, and also my family. And it changed for me, and I decided to stay here for a long time now. Like, yeah, obviously I miss India, but I want to stay here and explore quite a few things and probably share it with the world soon. So yeah, I think not going back to India will change me. Like, that was a decision that changed me.
Amazing. Well, Revi,
Yes.
thank you so much being on the first ever episode on the BCI 2020 podcast. If people want to reach out to you, how can they find you?
Oh, I'm in your heart, you guys. Like, you can just call my name and I'll be right there. No, just kidding. So I am very active on Instagram. So my Instagram handle is Revital Moses. I'm also active on Facebook, so you can reach out to me on Facebook or by email. Probably, Ronnie, is there a way we could share the email with them? So yes, email, or what else do we have? What else social media platforms do we have? But definitely Instagram and Facebook are the two places where I'm active, so you can reach out to me. And yes, let's connect.
Amazing. So, Revital, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me on your podcast. It was so much fun.